Well, in that 6th chapter in the book of Galatians, I want you to turn to verses 9 and 10. Galatians, the 6th chapter, verses 9 and 10. Galatians, the 6th chapter, verses 9 and 10. When you have it, say amen. Amen. If you're still trying to find it, say, hold up a minute, preacher. I'm glad you have it. I want to share with you from the King James Version of the Holy Writ. And let us not be weary in well-doing. Say good. Good. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. As we have the opportunity, let us do good unto all men, say persons, especially unto those who are of the household of faith. Let us not grow weary in well-doing. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. I want to talk to you a few minutes on the subject, do good, and good will follow you. Do good, and good will follow you. Let me just say this to those who might have to fall asleep on the preacher because he had a hard night last night. If you do good and good will follow you, then the opposite is also true. Do bad and bad will. Live by the sword, and are you working with me this morning? If you live by gossip, gossip will mess you up. Young folks love to call me and say, Pastor, is it karma? I don't know if it's karma, I know it's Bible. Do good, and good will follow you. From out of the annals of black biblical history, this subject matter is given to us by an old black wise king named Solomon, the son of David by Bathsheba. You'll find this original saying in Proverbs 11:27. Solomon says, do good and good will follow you or come to you. Now, Paul took pen and parchment in hand and expounded further by saying, do not grow weary in doing good. For in due season you shall reap if you do not faint. And that brings me to the first point I want to make, and that is this. When you think about Paul saying, do good, and in due season you'll reap if you do not faint, you'll understand this first point, and that is, doing good is not a short-term goal. Doing good is not a short-term goal. Why not? Because doing good is not for the faint of heart. Huh? Paul said, this thing about doing good, you got to watch it. Because some folks can't handle it. They'll get to doing good and be ready to faint. Can I get a witness? Well, come on, preacher, help me understand what you're talking about. You see, faint in the Greek vernacular is akin to the English word diseased. Say diseased. Diseased. And so the text is saying, don't become